It's Thundersport GB at Mallory Park. The Murillo Services GP1's a championship up for grabs. Steve?
Number 99, Michael Robertson rolls up on pole position. This is the big one, folks. The top three spaces are held by the championship protagonists. Phil Crowe, defending champion, number one here. And then we've got Ian Mackman also. 4 points separates three riders to decide the championship. And we had a word with all three of them earlier on. Phil Crowe, defending champion. It's getting pretty tense out there. There's 4 points between three riders. The plan today, just try and win them both, I suppose.
Yeah, we're just going to go out there, go for both of the wins. I think that's the only option to be safe now. Obviously, there's a few scenarios that could play out, depending on where other riders finish, what other riders get involved. So yeah, there's a lot to think about, but at the same time, I think we just need to go out there and do what we do when we're at the best.
Ian Mackman was complaining of grip issues out there yesterday. Mick Robertson is possibly looking like the biggest threat to yourself. Do you agree?
Yeah, I always thought Mick was the biggest threat before we come to the weekend. Mackman is a very strong, very good rider, but it's never showed the best form here, like he has at some of the other circuits. I've done a lot of racing with Ian, so I know what he's capable of. It's just this circuit seems just to lack that extra bit. As far as the grip issues and tyre issues go, I think we're all having the same problems. It's how we deal with them. I think we've got some good tyre management going on at the minute, so we're set for a race, and we're going to take it to them this time. And if we're going to go around them, underneath them or through them if we have to. So we're out there for the fight.
Ian Mackman, you entered the round championship leader, but it's all turned upside down after results yesterday. We've just spoken to Phil Crowe. He knows what he's got to do. He's got to go out there and win. But I understand some tyre issues for you yesterday.
Yeah, a little bit. I've had a bit of a sort of tyre ripping issue. I had a similar thing at the start of the year, but I thought I'd cured, but evidently not. I'm getting there, to be honest. I've got something to try today. I think all of us need to go out and win, I think, and whoever does is going to be champion, aren't they? I think that's the key.
A big congratulations, of course, for winning the Superstock 1000 Cup. That was what you started the year out to win, and you've done that. But you must be eager to win this championship here today, but you're up against two very quick riders.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, the Superstock 1000s was the championship that I entered. That was the goal of the season. It's going to be tough, to be honest with you. I think really we're all just going to have to go for it and see who comes out on top, really. Yeah, the lads have been going very quickly yesterday. Say I've had my problems, but I've got what I came for. I've had a really good year. If it comes off, it comes off. If it doesn't, then congratulations to whoever wins it.
Mick Robertson, what a season it's been for you with Thundersport GB, and somehow, after a fantastic win yesterday, you're right in the running. 4 points between three riders. Same again today.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I've not been constant in championship. I've just been going out and racing the bike, and with that attitude, it's brought me on so well. So yeah, it'd be perfect to do the same today as I done yesterday.
And what about this circuit? You've been here once before for the race of the year, but other than that, you've not got that much track experience. But yesterday, you were flying. Yeah,
I mean, well, race of the year I was here, but I took 2/10 off my lap time again yesterday, and the track conditions weren't the best. But I love this circuit. It's a good circuit, and yeah, hopefully I can end the season on a high.
Have a good day, Mick.
Thank you.
Oh, great stuff. Those are the three main championship protagonists, of course, but in the mix, we've also got the likes of John Ingram, who was blindingly quick back up at Alton Park. We've got Lee Weston out there, and of course, you can never discount a former champion, multiple champion, really, Peter Baker. And we've got the 600 of Sam Hornsey, Steve.
Yeah, we've got a number of champions out on the grid. Jamie Wilkins is out there. We've got Lee Reevely, triple Super Twins champion also. So no shortage of class on the grid here, and away from the line, Phil Crowe cuts across, and well, he looked like he'd got a brilliant start, but Sam Hornsey on that 600 gets the whole shot ahead of number 99, Mick Robertson.
And there we see the number 22 Aprilia of Lee Powell, just at the rear of that chasing group there, but up the front, well, the main championship protagonists at the moment having to play second fiddle to young Sam Hornsey, who comes down into Edwina's in the lead. But I think more importantly for the championship, Steve, it's Michael Robertson who shows best at the beginning of this. He's in second place.
Yeah, always keep an eye out for the number one though, Phil Crowe. Mick Robertson goes up into the lead. We can see a number of riders snaking the front end as they go into Shaw's Hairpin. Alex Heaton there going up ahead of Jamie Wilkins, who's out on his Street Fighter bike. that we saw a little bit earlier on. At the front though, Mick Robertson, what a season it's been for Mick, his first full season racing in England and Wales, and he's left it till the final day of the season. And well, you have to say he's one of the favourites to win this championship now. Phil Crowe, defending champion, after a nightmare Brands Hatch, has it all to do.
Yeah, brilliant start for Dan Hegarty. There he is in 5th place. And just see him on the green BMW there, from almost the back of the grid, because he had a rather poor qualifying. He's up there just behind Peter Baker. Never discount Peter Baker while he's sitting aboard a motorbike. Very, very quick and determined competitor. Look at poor Ian Mackman there. Evidently, I think, still struggling with tyres in 6th place.
There's Ian Mackman, number 30 there. A rider that really just doesn't seem to be able to get it to click here at Mallory Park. And, well, he's seen his championship lead slip a little bit. He is out there on slick tyres, though. It's the first time he's been on slicks all season. That does mean that he's removed from the Superstock results. So Mick Robertson, the only rider in the top 3 or 4 that it is not running slick tyres.
Well, it is Mick Robertson that leads it at the moment, but Phil Crowe is once again sat on his shoulder in 2nd place. The pressure is on Ian Mackman. This must be so frustrating for Ian. He needs to be in that leading group, and at the moment he's stuck back there in 6th. Dan Hegarty just ahead of him, then Peter Baker. They are in between Ian Mackman and where he wants to be, which is here. There's Michael Robertson and Phil Crowe at the front.
Yes, Peter Baker, of course, the 2009 champion, a rider that could have had a say in the championship were it not for a fall in the final race back at Alton Park in the wet. But look at these two going for it. Mick Robertson, nowhere near as much as experience as Phil Crowe, and that's a lovely move up the inside there by the defending champion. He's not done just yet. The number 1 plate could be staying on his bike a little while longer.
Seriously quick there through the Exeter Goddards all the way down the Stebby Straight, and Phil Crowe for the first time in this Morello Services GP1 Races leads as they just charge up the hill towards the hairpin. But Michael Robertson, like Paul Wissart, who's in the Superstock 600 this year, both friends, both down from Scotland and learning circuits south of the border, because they're coming across them for the first time in their racing careers. My goodness me, they're both quick learners, though. Look at Robertson here, Steve. He's just nearly up the inside of Crowe as they go into Gerrard's.
You wouldn't think it was only the 2nd time that Mick Robertson has ever seen this circuit here at Mallory Park. He looks every bit a future British champion, doesn't he? And Phil Crowe is fast. We've seen over the last few years that Crowe is able to match times of like British Superbike Evo pace. So these guys at the front, on lap record pace, really, really pushing it now.
Yep, the big BMW there of Phil Crowe charging along at the front. There we see Lee Reevely, that familiar number 77, our triple winner in the Super Twins.
Yes, and Lee's out there on an Aprilia Miele, a bike that he's actually going to enter a new class in 2012 on, the Thundersport's Retro Superbike class, the Golden Era Superbike, so we'll keep an eye out for Lee next year in that. But at the front it is still defending champion Phil Crowe that needs the win badly, ahead of number 99 Mick Robertson, who really entered the round with nothing to lose. He wasn't expected to win the championship this year. Sam Hornsey there in 3rd place could well have a say in the championship standings overall, given the fact that he's a few places ahead of a struggling Ian Mackman.
Yes, he'll be enjoying himself on the 600. I mean, he's outgunned in terms of power, but Mick Robertson, look at him coming up into Shaw's, and he was absolutely, everything was under his right hand then, and the bike tried to get away from him, and he wanted to control it. And it's a big old battle on, and that's just to live with the pace of Phil Crowe at the moment. But once Mick Robertson, I think, has taken a few laps, there he is, look at that. He's learnt where perhaps there's a chance, and around the outside. I wasn't expecting, I must admit, that anybody would be trying around the outside of Phil Crowe into Gerrard's. I very much doubt whether Phil was expecting it either.
No, Mick Robertson just gets that Kawasaki lit up out of the bus stop, gets some supreme drive, and then managed to slipstream Phil Crowe and go around the outside into Gerrard's. I can't tell you how quick that is on one of these big bikes in the GP1 class. a bit further back. There's Phil Brooks up ahead of Chris Barnes and Alex Heaton. That battle there is for second and third in the Superstock Cup.
Yeah, Robertson out front, and well, with each successive lap, Steve, Phil Crowe just dropping away from Mike Robertson and Sam Hornsey closing down on him. You can only imagine that's tyre wear.
Yeah, I think it is tyre wear, but Phil Crowe, he really does need to be finishing in second position. If not, it will be a major dent in his championship challenge. He's going to have to try and keep ahead of Sam Hornsey, a guest rider this weekend, and he's going to make life very difficult indeed. Mick Robertson looks like he may well have this one in the bag, and Sam Hornsey now having a go into short hairpin.
Oh, if he can hold it, and he can. Beautifully done, runs a little wide on the exit, but of course that 600, very nimble through there. Hornsey up in a second. Phil Crowe down to third. Now they've still got Ian Mackman behind them. There's Peter Baker, in fact, ahead of Dan Hegarty and Ian Mackman. So at the moment, you'd have to say nothing going in Ian Mackman's favour. Really, he's out of this. The championship fight, well, you know, it's never over till it's over, but with one race left to go, Michael Robertson nicely poised. Phil Crowe still hanging on in there.
Well, the rider sponsored by Carney's Auto Centre is looking very good. Ian Mackman has made one spot up. He's got past Dan Hegarty. He's moved up to 5th place. That's 11 points. However, if the checkered flag goes out now, Robertson's lead in the championship would be 13 points over Crowe and 15 over Mackman, with just one race remaining, and I think that's a bridge too far for the likes of Ian Mackman.
Yeah, it's 13 points that would be, well, 25 points for a win. We know what can happen in racing. That is just about everything. Last lap flag is out then, and look at that, Ian Mackman once again alongside Dan Hegarty, just moves past, so he's maintaining at the moment that 5th place. But at the front, Michael Robertson, all the way down from Scotland, all the way around Mallory Park, and in the championship lead. Here he comes.
Well, it's just so unlike Ian Mackman not to be a part of this front-end fight, but amazing riding here from Mick Robertson. What a talent we have on our hands. He's going to go and win this race here. He's going to lead the championship by 13 points, and Sam Hornsey, how important could this potentially be for the championship, Robin? He's got up ahead of Phil Crowe.
Well, Hornsey, second place. Good second place on the 600. Good points. And their points not available to anyone else, of course, because Sam's got them. Michael Robertson the win. Sam Hornsey second. Phil Crowe third. Peter Baker fourth. Ian Mackman fifth. And Dan Hegarty sixth. There we see the podium overall. Michael Robertson, Sam Hornsey and Phil Crowe, the 1, 2, 3. And in the stock thousands, Michael Robertson took the win from Alex Heaton and Chris Barnes. And in the Super Twins, Lee Reevely wrapped it up from Lee Powell.
Lee Reevely, winner of the Super Twins race here, the final day of the season, having some fun on the bike you're going to be riding next year, is it?
Yeah, we're doing the Golden Era Superbikes next year, and so we're testing the Aprilia. That's the first meeting on it. Got lots of little problems we've got to sort out, but nice to win at the same time. Just got a problem with the rear tyre. I can sort it out for the next race, but after race distance, I'm losing grip around Gerrard's, and the lap times just, fall. So we're going to work on it, or I've got the Ducatis here, so I might drag them out for the second race. We'll see.
But all in all, a good year, and you must have people to thank.
Yeah, thanks everybody who's helped me. Tony at Motorcourse, Dave Allenby, Mum and Dad, Stuart, Telecom for their support. It's been really, really, really helpful, and been a good season.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Winner of the Superstock Thousands, winner of the race overall. Mick, we spoke to you at the top of the show. What a couple of weeks this has been for you. You're the championship leader, and a great win.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Just after yesterday, I went out with no pressure at all this morning there. I just thought to myself, just carry on as I did yesterday, and it's definitely working, and same goes for the next again race. I'm just going to have to keep it together.
Yeah, if you do the same again in the next one, we'll be crowning you champion. How does that sound?
That'd be awesome. I was not expecting this at all, to be honest. The last two rounds have been phenomenal, and I can't thank everyone as much for supporting me as well. It's just unbelievable.